I know that I want to look through some samples, check out some stuff. Let's see what we have going on. So there's really 5 kits. There's also some drum hits that are included with some of the kits. I'm thinking about what kind of groove I'm feeling today. It might be cool to make something pensive and interesting. I don't really know where this is going. So let's start out by plucking some kind of synth. This is like, open up the door. Can you open up the door? Hey, listen to me. I made these samples before Billie Eilish dropped her album. So if anyone stole something, it's gonna be our girl Billie. Ooh, this is a vibe. I fuck with this a lot. That is a vibe. Let's just pull her in. I don't know where this is going. It comes with the BPM. We're gonna roll with it. I don't really want to work at 120 BPM. So you know what? I changed my mind. We're actually going to slow it down. Hey, where did that go? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna slow. I use the flex tool because I want it to stay stuck to the grid. Hold on, there's a siren. It's homophobic. I'm using the flex tool because I want it to stay stuck to the grid, and I'm gonna set this to 110 BPM. By the way, when this happens, it just means that they're detecting multiple tempo events. Essentially, one that was imported with a sample, and one that I just did now. So it doesn't really matter. And here's what we got. So it's a vibe. I'm gonna pitch it down. Let's just pitch it down. Yeah. Nice and chocolatey. And by the way, just to maintain the color palette, I've been working so hard on the aesthetic of everything I'm doing because I want this to be good. Like, I want this to not just sound good, but look good. I think psychologically, we kind of associate, like, people will excuse bad video if there's good sound, but when there's good video and good sound, it goes a long way. I've been on the fence about this because I keep seeing those videos that are like, sample this, and it's just a black background with a waveform. And I'm like, I guess the argument for that is that you let the audio speak for itself. But I don't know. I really believe in aesthetic things. Anyway, this groove could go a lot of different ways. Like, it could go hip hop. Let me throw BPM on there. It could also go halftime. Halftime might be the way. It'd be more like. I don't know what I want. So instead of going for groove, I'm going to go for some pianos. And by the way, for in A minor minus 3 is F sharp minor. That is the music theory portion of this video. Don't get scared. Also, the agility on that run was terrible. Minor, I'm getting somewhere, but not where I want to be. So I think we should just grab like a groovy disco piano. And I know what you're thinking, disco. We just established that it's like, you know, hip hop, whatever. I just get hard when I think of disco. So we're rolling with it. We're in F sharp minor, so. Okay, hear me out. Because this is sort of like bright, super bright. There's not a lot of low end. These da coming from the deep piano could be really nice, even if we don't go in a disco direction. And we're already at 110 BPM, so we don't need to touch this. I was gonna do a snip, because OCD, man. I guess we could work with 8 bars. I don't know. And then we gotta maintain the aesthetic, so I'm just gonna make this another color. We're gonna do like a cascading yellow vibe today. But let's just play these two together and see how they feel. Okay, so this one was played loose intentionally, so we're gonna actually quantize this pretty hard. Let me listen to that. Da, 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 da. Okay, it's music. Sounds like music. Hey, what? Yeah, hey. Okay, we're going somewhere with this. I'm gonna pull up the Kabasa again because the Kabasa never lets me down. Never lets me down. Where is our Kabasa? There we go. And it's at 110 BPM. Bro, it's my lucky day. The Kabasa is gonna come in here with, on every and, creating groove. Dude, this Kabasa sample adds so much groove to anything you throw at it, throw it at. It just adds groove. It's a groove machine. Okay? So, let's just put these elements together. Yeah. What? Okay, maybe something more dramatic. I'm deciding. How about we start with like a kick with doing like a 4 on the floor. No, that's gonna go fully dance. Let me play through this. Hey, we could go that direction, or we could go in the direction of like a no. I know what I want. I need like a fat, chunky clap. It's like everybody. That's a vibe. That can work. But you want to know the truth? Let's just take, oh, that one's got a little bit of like pre-log. Let's just take all three, put them on top of each other. I'm gonna trim away this because, well, I'll extend it back outwards again when I decide I want it. So let's just maintain the aesthetic. That's the most important thing, apparently. Let's just see what we have. Hey! Okay, I'm hearing like a hey on every like, let me just show you what the fuck am I doing? I'm hearing like a hey. This is a little fast. Sorry, it's a little slow. It's like a hey when I want a hey, yeah. Maybe I could just record it live, but instead, because I am lazy, I'm going to shorten this so it's super punchy, staccato, in your face. I'm on the fence with this Kabasa, bro. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. Let me think. Okay, we'll hold off on the Kabasa. We'll go with the hey. We need a string. That's like dibby dibby ga. Does that make sense? So let me look for our good friend a stringed. La 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 da da da. Hey. No, I want to use my sample pack because my sample packs really good and I worked really hard on them. I'm excited to dig in and get to use them. So I know what I want. I want like a da ba da ba da. Similar, but that's too disco. That sounded oddly good to me. Let's listen back. So, and let me put like a shit ton of reverb. Dude, I love Realm. Realm is so fun. It makes you feel like you're in like heaven. It's so big. Love her. This whole lead-in could be a lot shorter. Maybe pull the one. Okay, I will settle for that. So let's just listen to a little bit of what we have going on. I think we take away the Kabasa from the first half, and then let's just get a reversed something. I don't know. By the way, put reverses on everything. It's just helps humans anticipate that something is coming. Just put reverses on everything. They could be so low in the mix, but they really just help your brain expect something. And by the way, this Kabasa, this is not actually reverse. That first one, it's just played a little bit more legato. I don't know if you could play percussion legato, but I think you get what I mean. I hope you get what I mean. Oh, that's a vibe. Yeah, that's good. And then I'll do delay after it, so it kind of like sprinkles and twinkles into the abyss after that. I think at this point, you want to know the truth? It just needs some like heavy bass to come in, and then everything else just gets sidechained. That is my instinct. I actually want to do the disco piano. I think the disco piano needs to get louder. In addition to getting louder, it needs to automate on the sidechain. So let's go to simple side, automate it, and then I will take it from here. So the bass is not right. Let's pull it back. So I like how that's sounding. I'm gonna put the piano on a new track because I wanna do a noise gate on it in addition to everything else that it has. By the way, quick tip, if you put noise gate on anything, it's gonna immediately turn into a groove because you're just making things staccato and stubby, and the transients become even more transient-y. So this is a really great trick for when like you have a super wet pre-chorus and you want to make your chorus really tight and in your face. Have the same sound play, but do a noise-gated version on the chorus, and you get something like this. Let me add the drums back. Okay, I like where this is going. It needs bass. I don't have bass. So let's run this back. Ooh, I don't wanna call you up. Yeah. Let me just check something real quick because... drat. Let me go to disco. Funk, look for bass. Bam, 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 and it's in the right key. So you know what? We're gonna roll with it. Let me do a side chain on that because it's fighting. Kung Fu fighting. Hey, yeah. Kind of want to take the hey and bring it back here also. Oh, I'll do it here. Hey, 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 hey. 4 beats. So to review, here's what we have going on. And then the Kabasa, pardon me, oopsie. The Kabasa needs to come in on the second half. You know what would be cool? Can we throw some trumpet on this? Is that crazy? It's a little crazy. I'm hearing some trumpet. I don't know. Let's hear what we have. So if we're in B minor and we want to be in F sharp minor, let me do the math. B flat, B. Okay, B flat, A flat, G flat. G flat is the same thing as F sharp. So 5. We're gonna go -5 on this motherfucker. Okay, it's obviously not locked to the same BPM. And we're gonna douse this in reverb. I love realms so much. Cut off some of the lows, come up some of the highs. By the way, if you're like me and you like to make some really eerie, big, wide, reverby sounds, tracks get really muddy really quickly. And so it's really helpful to use this handy EQ. Most reverbs have EQ in there. They're there for a reason. Use them. Use them. Especially, I mean, usually you'll do your reverbs in a bus, but I know I want a sidechain after the reverb. So I would say, remember that you can always use the EQ inside the reverb. And over the course of a track, when you have so many reverb inserts and there's so much low end getting muddy or high end's getting all wishy-washy, it really helps to cut some of the lows and highs off the reverb. So let's hear what we have. I love how that sounds. I'm going to put a compressor on it, but before I do, I'm actually going to lower the amount of decay on this reverb, give it a little bit of pre-delay so there's like a little bit of dry signal before the reverb starts. And I'm going to use a really interesting vocal compressor preset. There's a reason for it. I also know that we don't need to cut all of this. Now, look, I know a lot of YouTube courses and like production courses will tell you to just low cut everything. You know, everything's a high pass filter, everything's a low cut filter. By the way, a low cut and a high pass are the same thing. Duh. It's like saying F sharp or G flat, right? So I am not an advocate to say always cut the bottom off of everything. It's kind of sucks the life out of what you're doing sometimes. But also you need to make room for your kick and for your bass and for your low-end instruments. So do this, but do it responsibly, okay? If it sounds good, you don't need to do anything. In this case, I was hearing a little bit of something, so I decided to take it away. And by the way, I'll tell you how you know I'm not crazy. You know I'm not crazy because if you look over here, if you look at the spectrum analyzer, there is shit over here. So I'm not out of my mind. I was not crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna cut some of that. We definitely don't need it. And I'm gonna lower the volume. Now you might be asking, why did I compress after the reverb? That's because I wanted the reverb tail to also be loudened, which is stylistic choice. It's not always the way to go. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to trust the process because what I'm doing probably looks weird. I'm going to take this weird, not weird, it's a good clap loop. I played it. I played this clap loop. I performed this, so. I don't know if you caught it because it was subtle, but it was good. And I'm gonna use Ubermod to make this wider than your, I'm not gonna say that actually, that's not nice. I was gonna say something and then I decided against it because I realized that it would not be a kind thing to say. Then your mother's bussy. I'm joking. Anyway, I'm using this vocal preset up front a lot. It's just a really aggressive compressor, and that's what I want for this. That's okay. I don't know what that sound was. This is sounding really good. Sometimes when you have like a heavy section and then you want to follow it with another heavy section, it helps to take away the bass for the last bar or even for the last beat, just to give the listener a break and almost desire it again. So let's listen to it from the top. Here's where we're holding. A little abrupt on the transition, but we'll get there though.